So, as our tradition, while we are waiting, let's introduce ourselves in the chat box. Our names, the city we are joining from, and what we do currently. My name is Rukayat Alabi, also popularly known as Rookie, and I'm the CEO of RKY Careers. We've got Hawa from Glasgow, Fumilayo from Sheffield, Stephen from Swansea, Chris Eze from Swindon, data analysis in view, data analyst in view. I love that as well. Olubumi, I live in Derby. I have a background in engineering, but currently work as a support worker. Odina from London. Right, so about RKY Group. RKY Group is a dynamic group of companies dedicated to bridging the gap in career, in business, and creating opportunities for underrepresented individuals and communities. Our portfolio includes RKY Careers, Applied Body Limited, Limitless and Thriving Podcast, Limitless Without Borders, CIC, Immigrants Founders Network, and the RKY Digital Solution. Right, so talking about RKY Careers. RKY Careers is a multi-award winning edtech company that empowers international professionals and students in the UK as well as globally to excel in the competitive global job market and secure their dream roles through our personalized career guidance, our support, as well as our boot camps. So all our boot camps are practical experience focused, which is what is prioritized in the job market for you to stand a chance to get a job. And we have helped over 1,700. We have over 1,700 success stories of students who are currently now hired into their desired roles. And yeah, so a list of our awards include, from 2022, top 25 changing the face of education down to 2025 career support organization of the year. So at RKY Careers, we actually do understand the unique challenges that international professionals face, right? And we have the solution, to help bridge the gap between education as well as industry. Because a lot of people have degrees, masters, and all of that, but they do not know, it's different when you have degrees and all of that. But what is most important is practical work experience to actually land a job, which is what we help you do. And we don't just stop at just giving you experience. We also support you every step of the way. So like I said, my name is Rukayat Alabi. I'm also a multi-award winning entrepreneur and founder of the RKY Group. And right, so here are a couple of awards as well. I've won from diversity, equity and inclusion, Top 25 Advancing Diversity, Equity and Inclusion in Corporate UK, Outstanding Coach and Mentor, Innovative Entrepreneur, EdTech CEO of the Year, and I'm also a member of the Forbes Coaches Council. I have, over 16 articles featured in Forbes, and I also won the Global Recognition Award in 2024. So when I say we have about 1,700 success stories, how have we, gotten these success stories? Through which of our services? So we have a range of trainings and boot camps, which you would learn more about in this session, because today's session is to let you know the different career paths to explore, that would give you an advantage in the job market. So from data analysis and business intelligence to project management and business analysis, to advanced Microsoft Excel and PowerPoint, Scrum Master, Product Owner, and Product Manager, digital marketing, compliance, KYC, AML, to our standalone services in CV optimization, career advisory, interview preparation, LinkedIn optimization, professional portfolio, full career rebrand, and business coaching services. Right, so one of our initiatives is the Limitless Without Borders community of interest and events company, where we bring together professionals and founders together into a physical room, because most of our activities are done virtually, like the one we are in today. However, come 21st of June, which is exactly 2 weeks from today, we are going to be hosting the biggest tech networking events, for professionals like us, like myself, like yourself, in London. So if you haven't secured your tickets, you need to do so now. And the good thing about the Limitless Without Borders events is that it's not even only limited to career. So either you want to elevate your career or you want to bring your dreams of starting and running a successful 6 to 7 figures business in the UK to a reality, or you just want to network to meet those that hold the next stage of your career or business, in their hands, or you want to meet, global talents beneficiaries, visa sponsorship beneficiaries, immigration consultants, recruiters, HR professionals, LWB is the place to be. So we'll be having a wide range of activities on that day, from panel discussion, around career, tech, finance, entrepreneurship, property, to award ceremony to celebrate trailblazers and visionaries within our community. There's going to be fun, there's going to be music, there's going to be, right, lots of activities on that day. Here are a couple of our speakers. We've got over 15 of them, but here are a couple of them. Some of the faces you might be familiar with, while some you'll be meeting for the first time. Right, so if you haven't bought your ticket, the link to secure your seat and your slots at LWB has been dropped there. Networking is a very powerful tool, right, that you should also add to your strategies of not just, only getting a job, but also thriving as a successful professional or business owner in the UK and beyond. Right, so now let's talk about business for today. Why did you join today's session? So like I said, I'm going to try to make the session as interactive as possible. I need your help in achieving this. I need you guys to respond in the chat box to my questions as swiftly as possible so that we can move on very quickly. I hope we're all on the same page with that, because we have a lot, today to show you from, each of the different career paths to explore and the courses we also offer around them. So guys, why did you join today's session? What are you looking to achieve in today's session? Beautiful. So someone says full career rebranding. Okay, I want to understand what having a career is to start with. Beautiful. Career progression from UT. Beautiful. Career change. Lovely. Don't worry, you're in the best place either for career progression, full career rebranding, or even knowing where to start when it comes to career. You are in the right place. Lydia, career change. Beautiful. Any more responses? Any more responses to that? To why you are here today? Because that's what we guide career change as a fresh graduate to ace my career. Okay, beautiful. Okay, another thing I would ask you is, okay, I'll leave that. Before we get to that, let's talk about why to consider tech. Right, so I'm currently working as a support worker for the past 2 years, and I'm running out of visa, just like 10 more days to go. I graduated as a business analyst in Swansea, applied for more than 1,000 jobs, and nothing till now. I knew I was doing something wrong. I need help. Right. Tobulaya says how to transition into tech and how to leverage my transferable skills. And Lordina says a career in tech. Bilkisu says to start a career in data analysis. That is very good. So now let's talk about why a career in tech. Why do you think a career in tech, is a good move for anyone, right? Why do you think a career in tech is a good move? So one of the reasons I would tell you is the fact that based on so many reasons, being highly skilled, is the way to go in the UK and even globally. The highly skilled, the highly experienced are the one favored by job, by opportunities, by so many things. And one thing tech does for you is that there's always a demand for tech. There's a blooming demand for tech skills, right? Jobs in tech are growing at a staggering rate, outpacing the rest of the job market by a significant margin. The number of roles that are related to tech or that require tech skills are way higher than the alternative, right? The diverse field that tech offers you. So gone are the days when tech used to be just software engineering, coding, programming. Now tech is for everyone, and tech is accessible by everyone, because now it's not just about coding. Even if you're a programmer, you have to work with others to bring the business goal to a success, right? Which is where we now come in, in the not so technical parts of bringing the tech roles, or bringing the tech goals to, reality. So another one is competitive salaries. Tech remains one of the fields that can, position you for high paying salaries. And it's not far-fetched, because if you look at it, companies that explore or leverage tech, right, are usually more productive, more profitable than than those that just retain the manual. And the more profitable and productive a company is when they try a strategy, the more they are willing to pump more into it, the more they are willing to invest, the more funds they even have to pay higher salaries, which is why companies that leverage tech or that even have tech roles or tech in their systems or tech processes, they are always able to offer competitive salaries. So if you look at, say for instance, minimum salaries across this thing, only a few companies are able to pay even entry level, pay people like 40K, 50K, 60K in salaries. You will see a local printing company that does everything manually, offering 38,700 to anybody in salary, right? Another one is innovation and creativity. A career in tech allows you to work on cutting-edge projects and innovative solutions. The field encourages creativity and problem solving. Flexibility and remote work. How many of you here would favor flexible and remote work over chasing bus to chasing shifts? Right. Let me know. Let me see if we have if you would prefer to get a remote or even hybrid role, drop remotes in the comment section. Let me know if you guys are with me. Let me know if I'm talking to the right people. Beautiful. I can see Noreen, Lordina, Ibrahim, Fumilayo, Nancy. Beautiful. I've got your attention. That's very good to know. Also, global opportunities. There's some talking about the remote. Let me even go back there. Do you know that there are some roles that no matter how tech they bring it to it, you can't work from home? There are some roles that you can never do from home. And some of it is all the support worker, care worker, nursing, and all of these kind of roles. You cannot do it from home, no matter how much they bring tech. The moment they even bring tech and robots are doing it, then they don't even need workers there anymore. Anyways, so talk less of saying you should do it from home. Anyway, let's go to the next point. Global opportunities. Okay, let me give you an example. There was someone that I know that, he was working in a particular company in a tech role. He was an alumni of our bootcamp, and I think the work environment there got so toxic for him, and there was no, and he left the role without even having another job. Even for me, I felt that was brave, because at this point, this is 2025 June. I would tell anybody to hold on to their jobs, and if you find a replacement, you can move. But for this person, the person moved. Luckily for the person's wife, who is also our alumni, got the person a visa sponsorship job as a business analyst. So the person is covered. The person is not the main applicant. Right, but this person left the role. And when I was catching up just yesterday, maybe 2 days ago, how is it going? Because I was just like, this is really brave, right? And the person was like, oh, I even got 2 roles. I'm resuming one in the UK, but I got one he mentioned one country, one European country, where he's currently, doing, and he's resuming in the UK one next week. What does that tell you? You're not limited to only jobs in the UK. There are so many people that I know here that are getting jobs in America, that are getting jobs across. One of our students that is in Canada, she just got a business analyst role in America, and she's currently in Canada. So what are we trying to say? There's no limit to where your skill set is relevant or is applicable. You can even be in Nigeria and be working for a UK company or a US company. And so the best part is that some of these jobs even help with your relocation for those that want to move from location to location. Right. So continuous learning and developments, there's always something new in tech, new products, new emergent technologies, which is good. And if you're already in tech, for you to transition or integrate and leverage those tools is always easier than somebody that has not even seen Excel before. How would the person even understand you? Somebody that has not seen some very basic, how would they move to the advanced one that we are now getting to? Then the next point, visa sponsorship, global talent, digital nomad visas. Right. So just to be sure I'm talking to the right people here. If you are here and let me know what's your next visa that you would like to have is in the chat box, whether it's global talent or whether it's visa sponsored job or skilled worker job. Let me know or just mention visa, just to say that I'm looking for visa sponsorship jobs, or I would love a visa sponsorship job. Thank you. So Ibrahim says tier 2 or global talent visa. Beautiful. Tier 2 visa, fantastic. Visa sponsored job and a graduate visa as a backup. Beautiful. Meaning you are still eligible. Visa sponsorship job, visa sponsorship, either visa sponsorship or global talents. Global talents, looking for visa or beg. Tier 2 visa. Okay, so tech happens to be one of those fields that can also position you for visa sponsorship jobs. The same with global talents or even innovator visa. Tech is one of the fields that can position you for these opportunities. But guess what? And which I will get to later. Being a data analyst or a project manager is not enough to position you, for this. What I mean by that is that it's good enough to say, oh, I'm already a data analyst. You need to know the right way to position yourself. You need to have the perfect CV. You need to have, all of that. So, but we're going to get into that as well shortly, but it's good to know that I'm talking to the right people, because guess what? Okay, for our alumni, which is one of the things we do at RKY Careers as well. Like I said, it's good enough to just be a project manager. Having the right information and knowing how to position yourself to is very key. Our alumni enjoyed, a session last week where they got to hear about opportunities that they can explore to position themselves for either visa sponsorship job based on what the government is proposing, because it's not law yet, right? Highly skilled roles are the roles that would offer sponsorship in the next few months or when it becomes law. So this is the time to actually become a highly skilled professional. This is the time to become a highly skilled professional. Now let's talk about NHS. NHS happens to be one of the strong visa sponsors. And to get visa sponsorship in the NHS, you need to position yourself for roles like band 6, band 7 and above. Right? If you would love to work in the NHS, comment NHS. Let me know that there are people. So the thing is that we have so many of our alumni in NHS, in all these companies, in civil service. If you want to get visa sponsorship in civil service too, the role has to be HEO and above. Admin officer, support worker, support worker has their own rules and everything. But admin officer, this and the customer service, they won't get you to visa sponsorship standard or level. Which is why you need to add tech to what you already have to help you stand out in the job market. A lot of people always think that NHS, health and care is, in fact, I have one of our alumni who is in a pharmaceutical company, private health and care, and is also sponsored in it as a data analyst. So what am I trying to say? There are so many non-clinical roles in the NHS and even in private health and care that can help you position for visa sponsorship. An example is one of these roles is a band 8 project manager role, and is going to give visa sponsorship. By the end of our boot camps, you'll be able to position yourself for this caliber of roles. But like I always tell people as well, signing up for a boot camp is not the gateway. Doing your part, participating, and when you are done, taking all the support that we give and applying to jobs. Very, very important. Creating that time. And when you get the job, create time to prepare for the job. Do not do shift to the last day. This is not related to what I'm saying, but I'm just saying this because I'm just picking insights from different issues that has happened this week, So prepare for the job and also position yourself, appropriately. So what am I saying? These are a couple of tech routes to global talents as well, right? From product manager to digital marketing. And from what we've heard, because I know that recently government tightened most of the things around this global talents visa. They were picking things that they would usually not pick, and it became so unpredictable that even people that were supporting people on global talents visa, they had to take a step back, to actually understand what is really going on. But now, from the white paper as well, they've said that the visas they are going to be prioritizing now, highly skilled, for COS, global talents, because they're trying to attract entrepreneurs, innovator founder visa as well, because they're trying to attract entrepreneurs and businesses, because it's a win-win for them. If you come in as an entrepreneur or as a highly skilled, it's directly has an impact in the economy. You pay taxes. I can't, if I tell you the figures of my taxes quarterly, yearly, you don't even want to hear it, or even monthly. So those are the things they like. People like us, like this, if I needed any of these visas, it would be easy peasy for me. Right. So now let's go to the next point. Valuable skills for a successful career in tech. For you to become a tech person, to be honest, is not okay. Someone says, what is band 6 and 7? So band 6, 7, 8, 3, 2, 2, they are all like the grading system within the NHS. It stands from like band 3, I think, or maybe I don't know, and then it moves up to band 2 roles will be like very junior, band 3 roles will be like maybe care worker and all of that. And then the more, I think if you have a degree and you're getting a job based on your degree, then you start from like band 6, and the higher, the more technical or skilled the role is, the higher the band of the role. Right. This is also as a result of this just changed too, because I think before band 4 could sponsor, but the government is constantly increasing and making difficult the criteria to qualify for these routes that we're talking about. But what are we trying to say? The first thing you need to do is to look at the skills you have currently. What are the skills I have? Where is the gap? And what do I need to add to it? So if we start from skills you need to have, analytical skills. Analytical skills, everybody should have analytical skills regardless of their role or job title. A lot of people to make the mistake of always waiting till they need a skill before they try to get it. What I recommend is that you should actually be highly skilled across different areas and know how to apply and pitch yourself for roles across these areas with your different, portfolios as well. Analytical skills, that's ability to do critical analysis, to do gap analysis, to do rules analysis, to do variance analysis. Everybody needs it. So regardless of whether you want to become a data analyst or not, you need to learn analytical skills. Communication, this one is non-negotiable. If you really want to work with human beings and you want to communicate, you want to work with human, you need to have very good communication skills. Listening, writing, presentation, emails, collaboration. You need to have very good communication skills, which I'm sure that most of us already have, right? And another thing is that in our boot camps, you get to actually practice all of these things. You get to communicate with stakeholders. You have your supervisors. You give feedback. You send mails to your sponsor. You know how all of these things are done, and then you present as well. So like for instance, this evening, our students are coming at 4 p.m. to present their projects in our product demo at RKY Careers as well. There's something we do differently from other training companies. We are so proud of whatever it is we say we do. If we say we will deliver this, we go the extra mile. And if we say you will get work experience in our bootcamp, we are not just saying it. We are also showing you, okay, these sets, they are done. The work experience they gain in the bootcamp, they are coming to show you what they've done. There's no other person that I know that does this training, that does product demo the way we do. And product demo is where our students now come to tell you that, okay, this is the work experience, this is the company we worked with, this is the product we built it from the scratch, we worked with developer, this was the way we did it, this was the problem we are trying to solve, here is the product. right? So the next one is solutions mindset. So don't miss the product demo if you're available. If you are considering a career in project management or business analysis or Scrum Master or product owner. The one for data analysis happened last week. If you missed it, you need to head on to our YouTube and go and binge watch our YouTube. All the recordings for these sessions are always uploaded there. So talking about solutions mindsets, everybody needs to have a solution mindset. You need to think solutions, solutions, solutions. You need to have the ability to see a problem, to be able to recommend solutions even before you escalate the problem to your manager. Don't just be that person that's always seeing problems. Oh, you've observed this, but these are the things you think you can do, even if they don't take a recommendation, but you're not just going to talk about problems. So you must have the ability to identify problems, and also you know how to properly escalate to the right persons. You can't see a problem and look away. It depends. You need to understand the culture of your company as well. You need to have solution mindsets. People that have solution mindset, they are always the best to the bosses. The bosses don't always like people that just see problems. When you have people that don't even see the problem, they are not even sensitive enough to see problems. But people that are always like, oh, this is the solution, and your solution is always. And another thing that comes from a place of knowledge, experience, and capacity. Because you can't be giving solution to problem you don't even understand, which is why you need to upskill and work on your skill sets. Adaptability, very important. There's change going on everywhere. You can get into a company today, a week after you are there, they are going through change. I remember when I used to also be in 9 to 5, it was always change. Business change manager, business transformation manager. There's always something, there's always a project that's so they could be changing the system. Oh, we used to use this, let's move to this. So we used to use this system, like moving to this system. But you need to be able to accept change. Don't, we're used to using this. Oh, they say let's migrate to this. You need to be able to accept change. You need to be able to drive change, improve things around your processes yourself. Get into a company, see what they observe, identify what they are doing that could be improved, and recommend these improvements. Continuous development mindset is also very important because things are going to be changing. Today is AI. Tomorrow, God knows what, maybe it's robotics or something that everybody will have to learn and do. You need to be moving with the trends. Problem solving. Very similar to solution mindset. You need to be able to solve problems, variance analysis, reconciliation, root cause analysis, problem solve, impact analysis. There's a new policy. You need to be able to sit down and come up with an analysis of how this affects your industry, your company, and show it to your manager even before they ask you that, oh, based on this policy that affects our industry, I've extracted this impact analysis. This is the way it's going to impact us. This is what we should do. It's also from a problem solving and analytical skill. Root cause analysis, there's already a problem. You need to be able to deep dive into the problem to identify the root cause so that the solution can also. Stakeholder management. This one is non-negotiable. You're going to be having to manage people, relate with people, going to have to do reports, presentation, conflict resolution, negotiation, team management, stakeholder management skills. It's non-negotiable because you are going to be related, regardless of whether, even if you're a programmer now, you won't work alone. You have to take instruction from someone. You need to understand the problem. If you don't know how to manage your stakeholders, and again, much worse in this environment where people you are managing, so you don't belong in the same. You don't have the same background, so you need to actually calm down. Your jokes are not the jokes the jokes you would usually understand is not what they understand. The jokes they will understand is not funny to you. And that's using joke as an example, right? But generally, you need to be able to explain things in the way that, they would understand. You need to understand your stakeholders, and they can be diverse as well. They can be across different, in London. If you work in London, that's even worse because I worked in London. I worked in the city of London previously. And in my team, yes, not only was I the only black in my team, others we only had one British in my team, in a team of 6 people. There was someone from Venezuela, someone from Spain, someone from Italy. So that's as diverse can get, and you need to be able to work with all of these people. So process improvements. So you see this particular one. And you know what? All these skills, they are not just good to have and good to be able to apply. You have to be able to explain how you apply them. Because at interviews, for the behavioral or whatever, they will test these skills. Can you tell us how your stakeholder management skills did this? Can you tell us how? So not only must you know how to do it and have it, I have the skill, good. You must be able to talk about how you apply it. Process improvement. You must be able to tell them how you joined a new team and you have streamlined the processes. You must create scenarios for each of these skills, and this is just a few of them. You must be able to if you are preparing for interviews as well. For those of you at interview stage, just create your scenarios down for these common soft skills, some common skills. Have them down so that you are not preparing for that one when you get your interviews. You are preparing for the ones specific to the job description. But you see, this process improvements, you can't escape from it. Regardless of your role, they will ask you to tell them a time where you streamline the process, and then you have to tell them when I just started this new role, after observing and understanding the way things were done, I observed that returns used to take about 5 to 10. It used to take about 5 days during the month-end processes. I identified the redundancies in the process. I identified the bottlenecks, and I made recommendations to remove this. I implemented this, and the turnaround time reduced to 2 days after month-end or something. Everybody needs to be able to say that, but that's what I've just said. Just hold that one as a special trick. Everybody needs to be able to talk about how they improved, and that's reporting. Depending on your role, you need to fit it into your role and what they want you to do in the job as well. So being able to bring automation into a process, facilitate proactiveness, creative thinking, workflow management. All employers want to employ people that will come on board and make things better and not, just be flowing with the flow. Team collaboration, fostering a productive environment, crucial for tech projects requiring diverse expertise. You need to be able to collaborate with people or lead a team depending on the level of role you're applying to. Not only should you be able to do it, you should be able to talk about how you do it. So, like storytelling skills, that should be even on this list. If you need to be able to tell stories, either fictional or non-fictional, you need to be able to tell stories, because guess what? No matter what you have in your head, if you can't put it in words and express yourself at interviews, it's not going to get you anywhere. So you need to be able to express yourself and talk about your work, what you have done. You need to be able to pitch yourself, what you have done, how you did it, the results that came out of it. But listen, that's enough around, preparing you for interviews and understanding all these skills. Let's talk about some tech fields with global potential, from data analysts, to data-related roles, to business analyst and solutions-related roles. So under data analyst, you could have data analysis, data engineer, data scientist, business intelligence roles, reporting analyst roles, financial planning and analysis roles, depending on what you're adding to it as well. So if you're adding data analysis to like customer service, you could have customer experience analyst, customer insights analyst, experience analyst, insights analyst, and all of that. And for the business analysis related role, you would also have business analysis, solutions analyst, change analyst, process improvement analyst, process analyst, and so on and so forth. For digital marketing, you could have digital marketer, growth marketer, PPC specialist, SEO specialist, social media manager, and so on and so forth. Network engineer and IT support related roles, project management, project coordinator, projects analyst, projects officer, project support officer, PMO analyst, PMO. Those are projects related. And then we have the web developer, we have the Scrum Master, Agile coach, Agile delivery manager, release engineer, and so on and so forth. Under the finance analyst as well, we've got finance analyst, finance manager, financial planning and analysis. These are all roles. And then we've got product owner, product manager, and so on. But one thing I want to tell you guys, that beyond all of these roles, we need to look beyond them as, I'm preparing to become this. You must look at tech skills as a must-have skill set and not just only a role. So regardless, if you don't want any of these job titles, that doesn't mean you don't need analytical skills. That doesn't mean you don't need process improvement skills, which you get from business analysis. That doesn't mean you don't need to learn project management skill. That doesn't mean you don't need digital marketing skills. We need to see it as must-have skill sets, from analytical skills to collaboration skills to design skills. These are artificial intelligence, cyber security, information security, personal branding, content creation, and all of that. Okay, let me be sure that I still have people with me. I've bored you guys. Have you learned anything so far? Okay, just to be sure you guys are still with me, what would you like your next job title to be? Drop it in the comment section. What would you like your next job title to be? Project manager, accounting. I don't know what that means. Data analyst, finance analyst, data scientist, beautiful. PM, data analyst, project manager, product manager. I love that. PM, I love that. What would you like your next job title to be? And we get more responses to that. Senior manager, accounting. All right. Product manager, data analyst. Okay, beautiful. PM, KYC, AML, SAP manager. I love all of that. Now let's get right into it. So why do people now struggle to transition to tech? So for most people, it's the skill gap. The fast-paced nature of the tech industry means that many newcomers lack the latest and in-demand skills. Lack of industry experience. Breaking into tech often requires relevant experience, which can be difficult to acquire. Fierce competition. Tech industry is competitive, making it crucial to stand out with the right credentials and skill sets. So a lot of people struggle to transition to tech. They think they can just wing it most of the time. They think they can just wing it, but anyway, let's talk about how we're breaking the barriers at RKY Careers. We are helping you bridge the skill gap, right? Our expert-led courses provide hands-on training in the latest tools and technologies, ensuring you gain the essential skills to succeed in the tech industry. We also help you build industry experience, integrating real-world projects, in our work experience programs, so you can graduate with the practical experience that employers value. We also help you stand out in the competitive job markets, because we don't leave you there. We don't leave you at the end of the courses. We not only help you with technical, continuous development, but we also help you with, career support, from helping you optimize your CV to optimize your LinkedIn the way recruiters want to see it, to helping you with interview prep. There's no training company at the moment that helps their students, that have weekly drop-in sessions that their students can come in, right, to attend, bring their JD in, right, to get prepared for interview. And this is in addition to the one you get at the end of the bootcamp itself. And then for all the work you did during the work experience phase, you get to earn a job reference, a UK work reference, when you land a job that can help you. So you get a UK experience added to your CV, which will help you scale the ordeal of not having UK experience. And you also get UK work reference. So investing in RKY Careers training means that you are investing in your future. 90% of our graduates secure jobs within 6 months of completing their programs. So how are we doing this? Practical experience-based bootcamps, networking events and workshops where you get to learn. It's not just about knowing book. They used to say that there's people that know book or know way, and there's people that know, is it way and way? Because those of you that know that slang, that right, you know your way and you know way as well. Right, so networking events and workshops, personalized career branding services. We understand that each individual's career path is unique, and immersive learning experience, community of innovators. So at RKY Careers, during the work experience, everything changes. You just, you change from being in class to being active. You have a role. So if you're under the PM and BA bootcamp, for instance, you get to have a role, whether you're a business analyst or a product manager or project coordinator or project support officer. You get a role, you get responsibility, you get to roll your sleeves and apply what you've learned in class, to help you get that experience. And we're a community of innovators. I can't tell you how many products our students have built, that are now actually in the market and being used, from e-commerce products, to consulting, to different products, really. Right, and we've got over 1,700 success stories, including visa sponsorship jobs. Right, so we are very proud to be a driving force in bridging the global tech skills gap, equipping individuals with the essential skills and experience that they need to innovate and thrive. So here are some of our success stories, right, across the boot camps, from digital marketing to project manager to compliance professional and so on and so forth. Also, on our third-party Trustpilot and Google reviews, here are what people have to say about what joining the RKY Careers Bootcamp has done for them. So Adedoko says, my wife shared RKY Careers with link with me, and that kudos to all the women, because 60% of our students are women, and the remaining 30% or the remaining 40% are introduced by the women. Or let's say 30% out of the remaining 40%, so that I'm not biased. Anyways, so the learning experience was great. The CEO, Rukaya Tanabi, and the two Tolumi and the team are one of the best hands I have ever. Okay, that's where that screenshots ended. RKY has the best hands, exceptional learning session, weekly drop-in sessions, worth your time and money. No regrets whatsoever from Irene. Choosing them is the best place to learn. A.B. Bote says, exceptional training that kickstarted my compliance career. I can't thank RKY Careers enough for their outstanding compliance course, which played a pivotal role in landing my first role in compliance. The course was incredibly well structured with comprehensive content that bridged theoretical knowledge and practical application seamlessly. The instructor was knowledgeable, approachable, and always willing to go the extra mile to ensure we fully understand the materials. The skills and insights I gained from the course not only boosted my confidence, but also gave me a competitive edge. RKY didn't just provide training, they provided the stepping stone to my professional success. If you're looking to break into compliance or enhance your skill sets, I highly recommend RKY's courses. It was a true game changer for me. And then we've got my experience with RKY Careers has been exceptional. The team's expertise and personalized support in education, job search, and interview preparation were invaluable. They provided clear, insightful guidance that made the entire process smooth and effective. We've got Bukola. My experience with RKY Careers has been amazing. The company is intentional and prompt in its dealings and provide exceptional service. All these are people that have actually gotten jobs after the bootcamps, and extremely remarkable experience I had during my bootcamp training. The study materials were top notch. I got the job 6 weeks after completion. RKY Careers are the best blog, and I recommend them. So that's Trustpilot. On Google as well, we've got Rashida. I had an amazing experience with RKY Careers. Their team is professional, knowledgeable, and genuinely invested in helping job seekers succeed. Thanks to their support, I feel more prepared and motivated in my job search. I highly recommend RKY Careers. And we got Uchioma as well as Kayode. And much more, to be honest. You can go to those platforms yourself to read more. So as RKY Careers, like I said, we not only train you, but we make sure that you are updated and you are in line with industry trends. We all know AI is not only a buzz anymore, it's like it has come to stay. And in 2025, you need to have a very good knowledge of AI, which is why in our boot camps, we not only integrate AI into the modules, which we did as early as 2024, to be honest. We also even give our students AI-related projects to work on, so they can actually be AI project managers, AI product managers, or, they can talk about AI confidently at their interviews. Last quarter as well, all our students got free AI certification in a 2-day masterclass, which would add to the quality of their CVs and their experience, and also land them interviews higher. Right. So now let's talk about our courses. If you are here and you would like to know more about project management and business analysis courses, can you drop projects in the chat box so that I can know that I still have projects people here and not move on to the next course? Projects, beautiful. Right. So while we are dropping our comments, be sure I'm going to take a couple of questions. Not sure if I missed this as I joined it, but when you have the time, can you please share what made you start RKY? Okay. I think I said that at the beginning parts. But yeah, if there's time, I can mention it again. But basically, what made us start RKY, what made me start RKY when I started this, was basically a response to the need, to bridge the gap between education and work experience and equip people really with the skills they needed to stand out in job markets. It started as just a career company where we just consult, hear from people, do consultations, do CVs and LinkedIn and all of that for people, for those that knew us in the 2021, 2022 days. And then people needed more. People needed more than just good CVs and fancy CVs that they can't defend. And that was what gave birth to the boot camps, where we now give them the practical experience that will now be added to those CVs in our boot camps for them to land, for them to actually be, the candidates for the job and be able to roll their sleeves on the job. Right. Good afternoon. I missed a lot due to a bad network. I'm a student. I'm still in the university, and I don't know if there are ways to apply for a physical class. So all our classes are virtual. You can attend virtually from anywhere in the world, anywhere in the UK. And yeah, we'll talk more about the classes and their structure as we proceed. So between project manager and business analysis, which is easier and which has more roles in the job markets, changing careers completely. I see projects and business analysis. Are we going to do them together? Beautiful. I love that. Yes, they are both in demand. They are both, different roles, but very related because they work they work as a cross-functional team. And the good thing is that you're going to be learning both together and you're going to be working together on a project with other stakeholders. So the students on that project and business side, plus they're the engineers, plus, they are UX, UI designers and all of that. We work together. Okay, good to know that we still have project management interest here. So, and business analysis as well. So let's go right into it. So talking about our project management and business analysis bootcamp, the objective is to provide participants with practical experience, essential skills and the knowledge that is required to succeed in project management, PMO, and business analysis roles. Like I said in one of my recent posts, 3 of our students shared success stories that they just got visa sponsorship jobs here. One of these candidates actually got it as a project coordinator, right? While another one got it as a business change analyst, and the third one, right, in digital marketing. So what are we trying to say? It's a good and viable role that you want to explore, right? Through our training as well, you get a deep understanding of both. You get to learn and work with tools, and that's the good thing about our project management. For those of you that are interested in project management, I implore you to attend the product demo happening at 2 to 4 as well, so that you can actually come and ask questions from the real project managers and business analysts that are, presenting the projects they worked on. And you can really see what happens in our project phase as well. Because here we've got nothing to hide. If you go to our YouTube as well, if you're going to be missing that one, go and watch our previous product demos. See our students present their practical work experience projects that we also get from our IT affiliate companies, right? So it starts with 7 weeks of classes, 3 weeks in project management or business, depending on which one starts first. Another 3 weeks of Saturday, Sundays, 4 to 6 p.m. in business analysis, and 2 months on practical projects, work experience, where you roll your sleeve and actually work and gain experience. You will also build on other soft skills like emotional intelligence, team bonding, team management, stakeholder management, collaboration, communication, workshop facilitation, and you would also work with other stakeholders like developers, UX, UI designers, testers, and so on. Who can take this course? Recent graduates who want to improve their skills to enhance their employability, professionals that are looking to switch to project management or business analysis, degree holders seeking practical work experience, aspiring project managers or business analysts, anyone who wants to position themselves for visa sponsorship, anyone who wants to enhance their career prospects and earning potential. Even entrepreneurs are welcome as small business owners, consultants. consultants who want to enhance their project management capabilities to serve their clients and handle complex projects. Okay. What are the career paths you can explore? I've mentioned a couple of them when I was talking about in-demand roles under project management, and that's the good thing. Imagine when you're done with the bootcamp, you can position yourself for project management related roles, from project coordinator to change manager to project manager to PMO analyst and much more. Under BA, so you have wide range. So you get to choose. That person I said shared a success story in Canada. She just left the UK to Canada. In the UK, she was a project manager on one of the civil service big projects. And on getting to Canada, while she was trying to apply to job, the first opportunity that came away was business analysis related. And she was able to take the job as well. And this job is even in America and she's in Canada. What am I trying to say? At the end of the bootcamp, you get to actually explore whichever one. So not only that, there was another student, she's going to be at the Limitless Without Borders events to share her success story as well. She was a nurse. She was even in last year. So for those of you that were in last year, so she was still a nurse at that time. She was still in the boot camp. And she was so confident. She was one of the moderators because in RKY careers as well, we give our students opportunities to explore other interests. So if you're someone that, you love public speaking, all our students, they're either moderating a panel session at the events, or they are presenting something. They are all involved. We give our students the platform to get amplified and also to position themselves for whatever it is they really want, really. So what am I trying to say? She got her first job immediately after this. She's a nurse, so she's always been a nurse, and she passed through the boot camp. And her first role was a business analyst role, paying her £55,000 per annum with a lot of perks. Health, private health insurance, this and that, and all of that. And then she left that one and got another one as a project manager. The same way, very similar to the other story. And she said even these ones, they are begging her to come on board, to come and work for them, like they need her. There's nothing like being needed, because if an employer or a company needs you, you can ask for anything. But what am I trying to say? It's always good to be in a position of being skilled. Then you can actually spread your, widen your tentacles. Don't wait until your visa is remaining 2 months, 1 month before you now start, running helter skelter. Be highly skilled. Even get your first job before your visa expires. Get your first job on graduate visa. Gain experience. Get more confidence. Right? That's always the best strategy. Long before this crackdown, I used to highly encourage people to on visa sponsorship and all of that back before we even knew all of this will happen. And that was always the strategy. Before you're even done with school, if you're a student, take courses to upskill so that when you're done with school with your graduate visa, you're already in that role, in your real first job. And then by the time you're done, you can now explore opportunities around, from an employed state. There's not the best states for you the best position to apply for a job is when you have one already. If you have a job and you're applying for another job, you have power. You're not desperate. Eligibility for visa sponsorships. Project management, you can see the codes, has a high eligibility, and not, especially when you're now IT project managers, which is what you will be at the end of the bootcamp, right? So, from change manager titles, you can see the codes 2455 if it's construction, 2127 if it's engineering, 2131 if it's IT, 2440 if it's project delivery officer. The codes are many, which is to let you know that project management is a good place to be for you to so many roles that you can explore to get sponsorship. Same with business analysis, IT business analyst, 2131, management consultant and business analyst. So you can see all the sub change analyst, systems analyst. But this is just to let you know that is eligible for visa sponsorship. So now let's talk about the training. Like I said, what are the perks you get? 7 weeks of live classes, 2 months working on real clients projects that you can even link in your CV. If you want to put the link to the product you build, fair enough. The websites are real websites, it's not dummy projects. Because I've had some people come to complain to me, I did bootcamp somewhere. They just give us one tiny part of it, something to do, and it's not even real. Ours are real projects. Acquire skills and techniques, access to LMS. Our LMS is where all the recordings of our classes and other resources go to. So if you miss a class, you have the opportunity to catch up and you get access to this for 12 months. Somebody called me this morning and she was still telling me that, oh, she went through the data analysis bootcamp last year and she's currently on the LMS trying to catch up and, refresh her. So you have the opportunity to do that. Some people, when they have interviews, is when they go back to the LMS. Some people, when they get a job, they go back to the LMS. Also, we do your CV and LinkedIn for you at no extra cost, because some people do training, but they don't know how to put what they've learned on paper. Some people, when they now see the CV we deliver to them, they'll be like, oh, how did you know all of this? How were you able to put together my previous experience, and my current experience, and what I've learned in the bootcamp together in a way that would actually now get me interviews? But we take that stress out of you. We do your CV for you. When we get to a state in the bootcamp, a consultant will reach out to you to fill a form to tell us what is your target role for your next job. And then they will also call you to understand, okay, why not do this? Why not position for this? We've seen that this and this together creates this, right? And then you get work reference when you get a job, because you get an experience based on what you did in the work experience phase on your CV. So no more issue of, oh, no UK work experience. I'm not getting the job because I don't have UK work experience, right? So you get to also do competency tests within the LMS to gain experience. Then interview prep. You get interview prep at the end of the bootcamp. Say, for instance, PMBA now, you get a week long of career support sessions, also known as interview prep, that will now help you understand what you've learned in class, what you've learned in projects. This is how you can put the two together to position yourself for jobs. So you get a week long with different coaches teaching, and after that, you will now have weekly interview prep where you just join when you have an interview, just to get another extra moral support, role play, mock interview, and all of that. We are just here with you every step of the way. It's you that will get tired of us, right? Globally recognized certificate of completion. Excuse me. So this is also, you get a CPD certificate. So some people say their companies pay for this course because they've got a CPD requirements and budgets per year, right? So CPD is a very recognized certificate and accreditation. And for those outside of the UK, we also have the ACTD USA that covers over 90 countries, in Europe, right? And again, guess what? It's not really about the certificates. What's most important is what you can get to a room and talk about when you get interviewed. Position yourself for visa sponsorship and six-figure jobs, end-to-end IT projects delivery, and also monthly webinars as part of our monthly webinars where we bring in someone that come and teach us how to apply to job in NHS, immigration consultants tell us how to apply for, different kind of visas to position ourselves. We bring different experts in. Sometimes we bring in alumni there are some alumni that we know that will get job back to back, like 7 job offers. They will bring them back to come and teach us. How are they doing it? Let's come and teach others too, right? So what is LMS? LMS is Learning Management System. It's like your Coursera and Udemy. So you're getting 2 in 1. You get live classes because our classes are not pre-recorded. You also get the recording in an LMS. I don't know if that makes sense. So based on all of these things I've said, guys, the value for this training is over £2,000. In fact, I've been actually told of that my courses are too free based on everything we are offering and the value that we are offering. Our courses are too cheap. They said I should times 5 my prices, which I probably might consider doing. Maybe because if I times 5 my prices, even if it's 10 students that attend a boot camp, I will still get my value back. I'll still get and I'll have only 10 students in class. Or what do you guys think? What do you recommend? Anyways, based on the value of everything I've explained, the value of this course is way over £2,000. However, there's a special offer for you to secure your slot today for £599. You can't continue to sit on the fence. You can't be going from different places to places. You have arrived in RKY Careers. RKY Careers is the best place you can be. Because guess what? We have your interests at heart. We are not doing this as a side hustle. We are not doing this because we are desperate to make extra cash, which, a lot of people are doing. There's so many people coming up and training people now. We've been doing this even way before, like over 3 years we've been in this, right? And we've got the interests of our students at heart, right? So ask your questions. If there's anything that's going to stop you from securing your slot today, ask it. For those of you joining from Nigeria or Africa, we've got a special rate for you because we understand that £599 in Naira, here does not still communicate the discounts that we would really want. So send the message to the numbers you can see on your screen to get the Naira rates. If you are in UK and use Naira rates, you won't get certificate at the end. So go, only people that are outside Nigeria, outside people in Nigeria, right? Or people in Africa that should pay in Naira. All right. So the link for you to secure your slot today at this discounted rate has been dropped on the chat box. Click on it and secure your slots. And let me now tell you the best part. You don't have to pay this amount in full today. You only need to secure your slots using Klarna, ClearPay, PayPal in 3 and Pay Later. All of this allow you to secure your slot in as low as 3 installments to even 12 installments. I think Pay Later is the one that can give you the longest. But ClearPay gives you 3. No, Klarna gives you 3. PayPal in 3 gives you 3. And ClearPay gives you 4 installments. So what are you waiting for? You have the opportunity to spread it in the next 4 months or so. What are you waiting for? Go and secure your slots to gain that experience so that your success story can be the next on our page. Have you been to our page recently to see how many of our students are getting jobs, in their desired roles? So I'm going to take the few questions I have here. So I hope you understand, I hope you understand what we mean by LMS now. Where are all your classes done with your scheme of learning and recorded teaching? You can always go back to in case you missed any. Yeah, that's what we call the LMS. Our classes are done virtually on Teams, just like we are here today. Recordings are uploaded to the LMS within 48 hours of classes, and you get access to this for 12 months. On the LMS as well, you get access to all the alumni webinars we've done from start till now, which are like powerful support sessions. You also get career support sessions and interview prep that have been done previously that you can just go and digest. Right? So I hope that answers your question. How much for Niger folks? We won't be saying that here. Send a message to the numbers that have been dropped, and we would get back to you. So just like I said, make sure you secure your slots now before we increase our prices. And so for those that mentioned project manager earlier, I hope you have secured your slots now. From Otumala Israel, Nancy, Uti Ifelua, Augustina. Make sure you secure your slots now. Farida, Abdukuduz, Noreen. If you have any question, please feel free to ask a question. You can also chat the box. You can also chat. You can also chat with those numbers if you have questions. Okay, so I've got a guest speaker today. Is it Kunle or Kunke Adegunju? Someone with a background in. Is Kunle here? Or I don't know. Correct me if I'm wrong. Does this bootcamp happen? Is it Kunle?
Yes, Kunle.
Yes. Okay. It's Kunle. Apologies. Okay.
Who's Kunle? Come on now.
It doesn't happen every month. It happens every 2 months. So this particular one is happening on the start date for project management is 28th of June. It's even still so you can start paying now, but the start date for the class we're talking about is 28th of June. The next one would be August, I think. Maybe early August. Right. So Kunle, please, thank you for, first of all, accepting to speak, to share your experience on the boot camp. You have the floor. Is Kunle still with us?
Yeah, Kunle is there with you. 1 second.
Okay, cool. So Kunle is going to be sharing his experience. So it's not just Rookie you are hearing from, because I've been talking all day. I'm happy to have Kunle.
Yo, good afternoon, everybody. My story is quite. I don't know how to start now. Anyways, but I did the boot camp February last year, for PMBA last year. While I was still a student as on my master's program. So as he said earlier, I said it's better for one to take the opportunity whilst you're still on the student visa. So you move from a student to your graduate visa, so you have experience and all of that. So that was the I did this tester session then. Then I made up my mind that I did the training as a PM and a MBA training. So I opted for the BA option, which is business analysis, just to have experience because I have them background in marketing here in Nigeria, and I came for. I also have an MBA in management information systems already. So I came for a master's program here in the UK as a data analytics program. Anyways, so after the training, the boot camp, and the interview session, everything you said is 100% accurate. But the most important thing is our teacher then, our mentor, the ABM, she used to say one word, go for it. And it depends on how bad you really want it. Yeah, so if you want it, really, really want it, of course, and you put all your efforts, it's going to come through for you. It's something I'm going to recommend over and over and again. Yes, so that's it.
Right. Thank you so much for that. So how would you describe the work experience phase, and how did that contribute to you, the work experience phase?
The work experience thing is, I think, is the highlight of the whole program. To be honest, yeah, it's the work experience and also the opportunity of getting a relevant work experience in the UK because it's your recruiters, they want to see something you've done. I mean, something tangible, not just story. So that is why I said it's the major highlight of the boot camp is the work experience. So we get to talk with sponsors, our stakeholders. I was deputy BA on my project then. So it gave me insight on how to really work with a team. Though I did train as a BA, and for some reasons I got to work as a data analyst. You can imagine. So the wealth of knowledge you get, experience of knowledge you get from this training is something that you can't just underestimate. You get me? So that's it. I did a training for a PMBA, and I work as a data analyst for a company in the UK, Nottingham. So it's something I'll recommend. I mean, as I said earlier, it's an experience that is worth the while.
Beautiful. Thank you. Thank you so much for that. So how was your interview stages? How did you navigate the interview stage?
Is it for this role or all the interview? I mean, job search process or the interview
How was it after the boot camp? How many interviews did you get? Did you get any support with the interviews?
Yes, I got support from the interview. It was an interview I went. I mean, I had a couple of interviews coming before I got the show, and I messaged the support team and they offered assistance on how the interview should go. Of course, using the usual STAR approach, and we're even given an idea on the projects we worked on. Yeah, we had to look for. I was told, and I mean, a method using how to make the project in tune with what the role we're applying for, tune it up to what your employer wants. So that's one of the perks, and I mean the insights I got from the training. By myself, I might not have thought about this method, but having a mentor, I mean, someone who mentors and teaches you, I mean, put you on the right track is going to, of course, it's going to go a long way in getting what you're looking for. Yeah.
Right. Thank you so much, Kule, and congratulations on your role as a data analyst. And right.
Thank you so much,
yeah. Do you have any other final words for people that we have on the call today?
Anybody's interested, I mean, if you're on this call, I mean, don't vacillate, don't waver, don't second guess. Go for it. I mean, it's the best time to do it is now. I mean, especially if you're still on the student visa, any kind of visa you're on, just go for it. Nothing going to stop you from being skilled. I mean, the best thing you can do for yourself is to upskill as much as you can. Even at the moment now, I'm still upskilling on the job. On the job, I'm still going to meet some professors from universities. They still want to teach. I mean, it's saying new things, because it's an evolving sphere industry. You keep to know what is happening around you. So if you're on this call and you're ready, just I recommend it. Well, I also have a question, please, Rookie.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, one of my friends, yeah, he has he has a master's in civil engineering, and he wants to be project manager. Is it possible to? I don't know, because he asked me to be fair, and I don't know how I'm going to give him an honest advice. So, what do I tell him? Should I tell him to come for an IT project management, or I don't know.
So I like that question because we have a lot of people that are already into construction project management, maybe from back home or civil engineering. One thing they can do is, because their experience as a project manager back home, either in civil engineering or other ones, can also be a good career progression into their IT project management experience as well. So when they do the boot camp in project management and business analysis, and they add, even they could still attract the civil related project manager role, but they might get it because of the UK experience that is now on their CV and the IT one. Because employers now are looking for the best fit for them. They want someone that can do many things, although your CV must not have so many things. But guess what? When you get interviews, they start testing you. See, for instance, now you have project management and business analysis experience, and they can sit down your CV, but they employed you for data analysis role. But they still, those your business analyst and project management experience plus everything you have is what got you this role. I don't know if you get my point now.
Yeah.
So he could still even get his old role, but he will get it because of the added skills he's bringing to the table. So the project management and business analysis will still be my best recommendation for someone that is either a construction project management or civil engineer or those other roles. So if he still wants to now get civil engineer, you just probably need to add his red card and all those cards that you do the CSCS things. So it's, depending on the one he wants to go into. But moving from civil engineer or projects in construction to projects in IT is a very smooth transition.
All right, I'll relate the message to him. Thank you so much.
You're welcome, and thank you again. So guys, there you have it. If you are still sitting on the fence, he has advised you not to do that. That's speaking from someone who has passed through the boot camp, and you can see he has validated everything I said as well. So that's that with project management and business analysis. So somebody says it seems the boot camp is for those residing in UK, Canada, and US, and not for Nigerians. That's not true. The boot camp is for people in Nigeria as well, and anywhere at all. We have people from Finland, Botswana, Kenya, different countries. To be honest, it's virtual. With regards to the pricing for Nigerians, send the DM to that number. And yeah, So somebody says, I have an engagement economics on the 28th and 29th, and will then be consistent in following class with everybody. Will you advise I go with this group or wait in August? I would say you go with this group. That first and second day, it will be mostly, you will have the LMS to catch up. But guess what? It's a 4 months long trade session. Even if you miss, if you miss a whole 3 weeks, you'll still be able to catch up. There's work experience space, there's BA, there's a lot of time for you to catch up. And the thing is that 28th and 29th, we even have people that enroll after classes have started, so that join the current class. So I think you should still go with this class because it's 4 months long, right? But it's on you to actually try to catch up on what you've missed, right? Okay. Right, so now let's move into data. If you are interested in data analysis and business intelligence here, you see what I said about data analysis being, if your projects don't run away, because data is important to everybody too. Right, so if you're interested in data analysis, either as a role or you want to add data to what you already have, guess what? I used to be an accountant that added data analysis skills to become a senior finance analyst. I was a senior finance analyst in the city myself before I left 9 to 5, about 9 months ago. But what am I trying to say? Data analysis skill set is a must-have for everyone. There's someone in our previous, I don't know which of the class or the name of the person right now. The person added data analysis to the existing project management skills the person had. And the person was now that project manager that could also build templates with Excel, Power BI, and all of that. Guess what? Like I said, it's a secret of these employers. They want people that can do jack of all trade, but don't put that on your CV. Don't put jack of all trade. Don't let your CV be jack of all trade. But when you get to interview, as much as skills that have been put on the JD that you must have, make sure you showcase that you have them. What am I trying to say? You need to bring more to the table. Now the market is so competitive that employers don't just want people that can do the job. They want people that bring more to the table. So even if they're interviewing for data analysis and you have project management or BA skills, you need to actually flash all of those your skills without them even asking. And all of this you will learn in our bootcamp. You will learn how to talk at interview, how to flash, about if they're asking you for one skill, use that opportunity to flash 3 more skills as a bonus for them. So if you are here and you want to be a data analyst, or business intelligence analyst, or reporting analyst, or you're an accountant, or you're an HR person, that's another another place. There's so many HR people that they struggle to get into HR here because of not having local experience or not understanding the framework and all of that. And by the time they come to our bootcamp and add data to that, they become HR analysts. Add accounting to data, you become finance analyst. Add customer service to data, you become customer insights analyst, customer experience analyst. There's nothing you can't add to data. There's analyst. In fact, let me give you guys a small task. Add analyst to your current role at the end, and let's see what it gives us. Please, support workers and carers, don't join us. Because that would be support worker analyst. But who knows? If you put that on Google, you might even find something. But guys, let's play that little fun. Add analyst to your current role and let's see what it gives you. That's just to let you know that data analysis skills is most of it's not like basic, it's not like being able to use computer. But let's talk quickly about what our data analysis bootcamp has to offer. Right? Does data science count? So the thing is, data science is also what do you mean does it count? What do you mean by count? Okay, so you guys are being interesting now. I've got customer experience analyst, which is good. And then Kule says hairdressing analyst. Really? But guys, you can actually add analyst to anything. By the way, talking about hairdressing analyst, there's a student in our bootcamp. She joined the business analysis and project management bootcamp, and she was a BA part. She was more interested in the BA. And she's a hairdresser. She has her own salon and everything. And she was able to apply process improvements that she learns in business analysis, gap analysis process, and all of those things to a business to actually make a business better. So yeah, analysis is required across board. Yeah. So is data science covered in the bootcamp? So our bootcamp is more low code. So it's data analysis and business intelligence. The tools we teach are Excel, Power BI, Tableau, and SQL. However, if you're already a data scientist, in fact, we have people that are AI engineers. They came to study, they did AI in their masters, and then they came to study our data analysis bootcamp, and they were now able to get their first role because they got their UK experience. And that's just like we said, if you're a data scientist and you can already use your Python and all those your scientist ones, just come and top it up with this one so that you can get the UK work experience, you can get all of those things, and then you can use that to break down the barriers that you probably might be facing. Right? So is it covered in the bootcamp? Data science, the bootcamp is not a data science bootcamp. Is a data analyst and business intelligence bootcamp. Accounting analyst, better put, Aja is finance analyst. That's what you add to accounting and analysis. Yeah, I just had a baby and actually planning to start a job searching next week. I'm planning to join the data analysis bootcamp by month end. I hope I'm making the right choice, or should I wait till later in the year? Always better late than never. It depends on you. Like I said, I won't compare myself to other people. But when I was on maternity, you won't even know, because that was when I actually, I put even way more. We have people that you can join the bootcamp, and if it looks like it's too tough, you can send a mail to defer, and we can defer you, but don't waste any time, because you never know. If you have help with your baby as well, it might be a good time for you to leverage the help you have while upskilling. So, but it's up to you. You understand what your peculiar situation is. When I had a baby about 2.5 years ago now, that was when I actually had more time safe, because 9 to 5 was out of the way during my maternity, right? That was when I grew RKY, to where, basically. And then 6 months after getting back into after maternity, I left 9 to 5 completely. So, I mean, it's up to you. I know many people that when they have a baby, they join the bootcamp and use their maternity to learn. Everybody wants to use their maternity to upskill and learn, because, you might never get that free time. It's not free, because having a baby is a lot of work, but, relatively. Some JD have data analyst functions, but as a data scientist, you stand more chance as they believe you offer more. Exactly. So the thing is that one thing is that the skill you are bringing, you're not throwing it away, right? We add it to what you already have. So people that can use Python, for instance, from like their data scientists, when they come to the bootcamp, they add the data analysis to it, so they can position themselves for data analyst/data scientist role. And on their CV, you let us know the skills you are bringing on board. We know the skills we're teaching you. We put all of it together. So the Python, the Power BI, we put all of it on your CV. And then for you to be a data scientist, you probably would have a job that is a data scientist by title on your CV, right? So that shows that you actually, because a lot of people call themselves data scientists, but if you look at their CV, you can't even find anything data there. So it's our role as a data analyst, that is still the data related role they have there, because they are data scientists by degree, not by experience. So that's what you should look at as well. Do you have experiences that make you a data scientist? But if you do, and it's maybe a Nigerian experience, it's good. Top it up with the RKY data analysis experience, and then you're good to go. And you're even in a better place because you are actually more grounded, right? And you can go for roles that are less competitive because not everybody can do the Python part of it. If I already have skills in Python, Power BI, SQL, and Excel, would you advise I still join the data analysis track or I sign up for standalone services like interview prep and job search tips? So it depends on what your CV also looks like. If your CV does not have any work experience, so you can have these skills, but do you have it compressed together in your CV as an experience? If your CV has data analysis on it, and you already have the skill sets to, yes, you can go for like interview prep, job search, or you can even go for PMBA to learn business analysis so that you can combine business analysis and data analysis. There's always more you can add to what you already have, right? Some people add data. Some people already have data. They come for BA. Some people already have BA, they come for data. Some people are PM, they come for data. So it depends. But so long as you still have the will and everything to learn, keep learning, right? But if you already can use Python, Power BI, SQL, and Excel, and you have it on your CV as an experience as well, then maybe consider something else. But if you have the skills in your head, but it's not on paper, then you need to get into a program that can package it for you as an experience such that you can confidently compete in that space. Because some people don't have CVs that can compete for the skills they have in their head because they don't have experience in the space. They only have the skills scattered around, learning on YouTube, learning on this. What boot camps do for you that YouTube and all those Coursera don't do for you is that it gives you work experience, in a structured environment. I don't know if that makes sense. I mean, so what are the courses taught in business intelligence, or is it the same taught with data analysis? Right, we're going to get into that. So let's talk about data analysis. It's a 10 to 12 weeks bootcamp where we learn Excel, Power BI, Tableau, and SQL. Throughout the program, you'll acquire practical experience working with up-to-date data, loads of individual and group projects. For hands-on experience, understanding key business principles, presenting to senior stakeholders, and mastering cutting-edge tools. Who can take this course? Entry-level professional, data or entry-level professionals, anyone who wants to gain analytical skills, professional in their mid-level careers, data scientists, AI engineers, and anyone at all. Everyone, in fact. I'm an analyst. I'm so biased in this analysis space, so I would say everyone needs analytical skills, right? But anyway, let's talk about what you will learn. You can see on my screen. In fact, we even have an intro to Python parts, but and our trainers can train Python, so we just don't want to. We strategically don't want to make the course a coding course because we know some people will feel disadvantaged. I know a lot of people that came to our bootcamp, they've done training somewhere else before where they were trying to learn Python, and because they never became an expert in Python alone, they didn't go ahead to start applying to jobs. They didn't see themselves as confident and ready. Which is like, which could be a setback. Which is why we keep because there's so many roles out there that don't require Python and all of this too. Right, and we've got 4 trainers in this space that are training you. All of them can use Python and train Python. It's just not in our curriculum. However, we still do an intro to Python, just so that you can at least talk about it confidently at interviews. We also have bonus intro recorded already on Ultrix, which is also a good to have skill sets. And another thing is that you can't know all the tools in the market. There's so many tools that mirror each other. Most of the tools mirror Tableau or Power BI and all of that, right? But it's good to upskill. When you get a job, you might need to learn some, but you can use all of these simple ones or the main ones. You can use anyone. And again, depending on the roles you are going for, if you are combining data to something else that you already have, you might not even require to do Python. Say, for instance, if you are going for HR analysis role, they are bringing HR and just adding, you will not be required to do the in-depth. They're not employing you as data scientist or even data analyst. They are employing you as HR analyst. So what they would need, in my role as a senior finance analyst in the city as well, in a bank in the city, all I did to use was Excel. Before then, I could use SQL because I was already an analyst with over 8 to 10 years of experience. But in my job as a senior finance analyst, I only used Excel. They used SAS and SQL in the company, but there's another team that do that. I need to ask them what I need data for. They give me what I need data for. And, they are the one querying the system. I don't query. So that's to let you know how sometimes the roles can be separated. You see? So just to ask, if someone has already registered for Excel and PowerPoint class that starts today, but wants to switch to data analysis course, is it possible since the data analysis course also includes Excel? So Excel class has been postponed, is happening next week. If you are starting data analysis, you don't need Excel because Excel is going to be taught in data analysis. For PowerPoints, I think there's a free PowerPoint upload in the module. There are some free courses that are already pre-uploaded while some are live. So yes, you can switch. You need to top up though because Excel is just £50, right? And that data analysis is a full boot camp because it comes with so many other things. So talking about potential career paths to explore, we've talked about so many of them in our previous conversations, from data analysis to data scientist to data engineering. So depending on what you are adding. For data analysis, you add, you bring for data analysis, you can bring like marketing skill sets, add data to it, and you're a marketing analyst. And you can see the eligibility for visa sponsorship as well. Data analyst, data officer, data visualization manager, data center manager, and so on and so forth. And also eligibility, these are roles that we have students actively in NHS, from data analyst to finance analyst to reporting analyst to business intelligence analyst, information analyst, public intelligence, health analyst. Yes, you can combine health and data analysis, social care information analyst, and so on and so forth. So let me take more questions. We will be giving portfolios to build a project portfolio. Of course, you even get a portfolio. You get a digital portfolio at the end of the bootcamp. So the way it's going to run is that you get individual projects at the end of each tool you are learning. These individual projects are your responsibility to complete and submit on the LMS and get a feedback from the trainers. Then you will now have a group project, which will be a client-based project where you get to choose the industry of interest. We've got tech, we've got marketing, we've got health and care, and we've got sales. No, we've got HR. So depending on what the skills you are bringing to the table, the area you're looking to explore, choose the industry you want. You get paired with others that have also chosen that industry, and you guys will work on client projects related to that industry. If you missed our data insights day, like I said, that happened last week, please go on to YouTube, RKY Careers, and watch it, where our students. So at the end of this group projects, you now present to anybody and everybody, just like the product demo we're having in this evening for project management. So you present your insights and you get feedback from anybody. We invite, and again, we even bring in judges. Going for, okay, I think you can see, okay, these are some of them. So final project and work experience. So you can see this is financial, this is marketing, this is tech, where you get to analyze engagements for a tech application, and then analysis of healthcare data for core success medical. And these are some judges. By the way, you guys should update these judges to the last one for the next presentation, right? So learn more on our Data Insight Day on YouTube. We do this too after every Procure project. Like I said, at RKY, we've got nothing to hide. If we say we will do this, in fact, if it's possible to project our classes for you to even see how engaging and interesting it is, we will, but that will be you enjoying the classes for free. But at least the work experience phase summary, you can get that from the mouth of our students directly in our product demo or Data Insights Day. Right, so talking about, is there mathematics in data analysis? No, there's no mathematics in data analysis, but there's the use of Excel, Power BI, Tableau, and SQL. Most of these tech rules that we're saying, to be honest, is more about, that's why adaptability is important too. It's more about learning to use tools. That's why the brain has to continue to learn. If we say data analysis is tools, if you say BA tool, yeah, apart from the soft part of all these rules, what else you will do is tools. You're not going to be doing punching calculator. You're going to learn how to use Power BI. You're going to learn how to use Excel. Those are the tools that will do the calculations for you, right? So, training perks, 8 weeks of live expert-led trainings. You acquire skills, you work on projects that you can put on your portfolio, that you can confidently post on your LinkedIn, build your dashboards, get feedback, showcase your skill set. Visibility is very important as well. If you go to our LinkedIn RKY Careers, you see us repost, our students when they get their certificate or when they work on their projects, so that they can showcase their expertise as well. You also get expert CV and LinkedIn done for you. You get to work on tests. You get interview prep. At the end of the bootcamp, there are 2 interview preps you get. You get one competency-based, which I handle, and then you get one technical-based, which is handled by the trainers. We've got 4 trainers for these courses. Right. You also get work reference for the projects you work on. You get globally recognized certificates. What do you learn? Data extraction with SQL, data visualization with Excel and Power BI, data dashboards, business intelligence, and data visualization with Tableau as well, soft skills. And even going forward, at the end of this current course, we are bringing in if we are bringing in more experts from industry, apart from the ones that came to the data insights, to come and have a day session with us, telling us what their day to day is like. The guest we have for this month, for this cohort, for this month, is a finance manager with Diageo Guinness, right? That will come and tell us what she actually does with analytical skills in her current role as a finance manager. And we'll be having more of this as well. But based on everything I've said, the actual value of this course should also be over £2,000. However, if you secure your slots today, you get to secure it at just £599. This is a very, very generous discount, because for everything you get, if you want to put a price to each of these things, this is very generous. So make sure you secure your slots now. It's also payable in installments. From using Klarna, ClearPay, PayPal, and Pay Later. You know what you do for me? For those of you that are interested, that wants to switch to data analysis, secure your slots for data analysis, and then you get a refund for the Excel, such that there's no complication, in the whole topping up and everything. Because if you secure your slots with this link for Excel, you get to the LMS straight away. You get the LMS login straight away. But if you are doing the manual refund, topping up, that will just scatter the whole thing, and then we can refund you for the £50 in Excel. Right. I hope that works. For those of you in Nigeria as well, you're not left behind. For those of you in Africa, you're not left behind. You're not left behind. Chat with the numbers on the screen and we would respond to you very promptly. The numbers links are also dropped below. I think I missed some parts. When is business analysis cohort starting? And you are behind you. We are done with project management and business analysis. It's also starting on the 28th of June. And it's £599 as well. The link has been dropped. Okay, right. We've got a guest speaker for today. Ibrahim is an investment associate with Jabalide Synergy. He recently enrolled in the RKY Careers Data Analysis and Business Intelligence Bootcamp. As a Nigerian immigrant facing challenges in securing a job in the UK, he was drawn to RKY Careers due to its excellent reputation for training and supporting participants in achieving their goals. I'll leave the rest for him to say in his own words. Ibrahim, if you are there, you've got the floor.
Madam Ruki, I'm here. Afternoon.
Hi, Ibrahim. Good afternoon. Hope you are well. Thank you for accepting to speak.
No, of course. Of course. Good afternoon, everyone. As she said, I actually just did the 12.0 cohort boot camp just in March, and it was a great experience. I mean, those of you that are still in school, honestly, you shouldn't think twice about starting now. I think that's I wish I had known earlier, because doing it while you're still on that student visa gives you such breathing room, as opposed to when you are already on the graduate visa and battling the whole job market, and all these companies are asking, oh, you don't have UK work experience, but then they don't want to give you UK work experience. So RKY is honestly the best thing you can do for yourself. It helps you actually learn a lot. Definitely networking as well. Like she said also, I think if you haven't gotten tickets for Limitless Without Border, you should definitely look into it. I can't wait to be there in 2 weeks. So yes, it's been a great experience for me. We just wrapped up the boot camp just just over a week ago. And so now I'm just focused, of course, on, like she said, apply to jobs. So that's where I'm at the moment. But yes, please, you should actively try and get involved with RKY. You would learn a lot. You would meet driven people as well, which helps not only your mentals, but also motivates you as well. So yeah, that's what I have to say.
Right. Thank you so much. Were you at the presentation last week as well by your team?
Yes, I was.
So how would you say working with others, on the projects, how would you describe your experience on that?
Yeah, so the base camp elements, it was very enjoyable. In fact, you get so in tuned into it that sometimes you're sleeping, you're still thinking of base camp because you're like, oh, I haven't done this part of the project yet, this, and of course, you don't want to disappoint your team members as well, which provides like added motivation for you. Plus, it gives you a feel of like once you start working again, like being responsible, having to reply emails on time, setting up Zoom meetings with your team so that you can strategize, oh, this is how we want to do this part of the project. So yeah, it was very good experience. My team I was in the finance team, and yeah, it went very well. Yes.
Right. Well done to you guys. You guys had fantastic presentations last week. I mean, the slides and everything was top notch.
Thank you.
Right. So for those of you that missed our Data Insight Day, like I said, go and catch up on it on our YouTube. Right. So thank you so much, Ibrahim. Does anybody have questions for Ibrahim from the data people? Okay. No questions. Okay. We're going to move very fast because I have another session at 2:00 and we have used up majority of our time. So if you have questions, please drop it in the chat box. Please drop it in the chat box. Thank you, Ibrahim. This is such a good news to hear as a current student that lost hope. Right. So don't lose hope as a student. Just upskill and, you're also going to get to the point. So, Ibrahim, I can't wait to share your success stories. So keep me up to date on how it goes.
I definitely will, and I'll still follow up, of course, on the back end. Thank you.
Right, cool. So digital marketing, guys. I've not even seen anybody mention digital marketing. Do we have digital marketers in the house or prospective or aspiring digital marketers? I don't think enough justice is done to the digital marketing career path. Not a lot of people are aware that is also a career path that is also very good to explore. Anyways, if anybody here wants to know about digital marketing, can you drop marketing, or not just digital marketing, either product marketing, digital marketing? Okay, Bilksu. Okay, let's get right into it very fast then. So our digital marketing is a 13 weeks program where you get to learn how to become a full stack marketing from SEO to PPC to SEM to social media marketing to content creation, email marketing, and analytics. Right? You get to gain practical work experience and competitive edge needed to excel in today's dynamic digital landscape. So whether you're a business owner aiming to expand your online presence, a marketing professional seeking to upgrade your skill set, or a career changer looking to break into the field, our bootcamp offers you expertise, practical knowledge to achieve your goals. This digital marketing, people are sleeping on it, and not just only even people that look like everybody needs marketing skills. Do you know that where RKY is today as well? If not for digital marketing, we won't be where we are today if we didn't explore all the full digital marketing channels and platforms that are available. So, okay, let's just take, I'm SEMA qualified and over 10 years of experience in accounting. I want to relocate to the UK. What are the options available for me? Right. When it comes to relocation, there are so many options. You've got the innovator founder visa, you've got skilled worker visa, you've got global talents visas. But don't mind you, this is not only all of getting relocation or all of that is not limited to just your skill set anymore based on what's going on currently in the UK. The UK wants to focus on business related visas to bring entrepreneurs into their country. And again, I think UK companies are trying not to I don't know, the regulatory framework isn't just really friendly to people that want to relocate based on getting a job. Because even employers now, they've been mandated that before they sponsor someone from outside, it has to be well justified and all of that. So I would say consider a wide range of alternatives. If you are maybe Big Four, maybe you're this Deloitte, Deloitte, PwC and co. Before a lot of people started considering relocating to, those ones used to have their quota of bringing people in. So you might want to use that as your advantage. But I would say explore a wide range of alternatives, really. If you want to know more about the Innovator Founder Visa as well, you can send us an email. You need to have a business idea that you want to scale and that you want to bring into the UK. And that might be a good alternative for you. We have a partner with with endorsement specialists that can help you get endorsements. But like I said, if you want to know more about it, send us an email. I will send you their brochure. So let's proceed to digital marketing. Who can become a digital marketer? Everybody needs marketing skills. As I am right now, I'm so many things. I'm a chief marketing officer. I'm a chief digital marketing officer. I'm CEO. I'm everything, analyst. I'm so many things, and which I used to tell my staff as well that there's nothing I can do. As I am right now, I can update websites. I might not be able to build websites from scratch, but if I'm seeing my website and I don't like a text on it, I know how to go to the back end to change it. I can do my digital marketing. When I employ new staff, I'll let them know that, see, there's nothing I can do. If you are too slow for me, I'll be there myself and I'll get it done. What am I trying to say? Digital marketing skills is a non-negotiable skills. Either you want to start a business, or you are a professional looking to get a job. What are the career paths you can explore, from digital marketing manager to SEO specialist, content marketing manager, social media manager, PPC, and so on and so forth. Digital marketing also happens to be one of the career paths that can position you for global talents visa, visa sponsorship, and visa sponsorship as well. Right, so you can see the average salaries on my screen, and you can see the eligibility for visa sponsorship. What will be covered in our digital marketing? And data analysis and digital marketing is a very good combination to have as a skill set. So what will be covered? You will learn digital marketing strategy and planning. You will learn content creation and social media marketing. You will learn search engine optimization. You will learn email marketing and PPC. You learn website development and optimization, analytics and data integration. You writing for the web, blogs, articles, pages, visual content, infographics, video, and images, and you work on a client's project for work experience. Guys, for those of you that are marketing savvy, and I'm not talking from, you can just go put RKY careers in any of those places that you check, and you see that we are top notch everywhere. Our website gets up to 1 million views per month. Our website domain, just to say that we are practicing what we preach, and now we want to teach people how to do the same. So even if you're a business owner, you want to go into business, you want to know how to set up your email marketing, you want to know how to set up all of these things, right? RKY Careers is the best place to be to learn all of this, and not just only learn it, also to put it into practice. Right. So talking about that, we are running a special discount for our digital marketing course that brings it down to £450. The first set of people that enrolled for this course, they enrolled at £599, but now you can enroll for £450. So even if not for yourself, if you have someone, right, who is interested in digital marketing, share this with them. Let them come and enjoy the specs. So if you want to pay in Naira as well, the number to, call or to message are on the screen. So at this point, I'm going to invite, Tunde, who is currently working as digital communications officer, is an alumni of our digital marketing bootcamp. Tunde, if you are there, we'll take your feedback very quickly. Is Tunde with us?
Yeah, hi, okay.
Hi, Tunde. Hope you're well.
Yeah, I'm okay. How about you?
Very well, thank you.
Yeah.
Right.
Do I have to share my screen? Do I have to turn on my camera?
No, not necessarily. But if you want to, why not? We're happy to see your fine face.
That face is not fine now. Your location and everything, voila and stuff. So let's just get into it. My name is Tunde Dadashaibi, and I just got into a role which is with a charity organization. I'm a digital communication officer at the moment, which is this past week is my first week into the role. And I'm just going to start with the journey and everything without sugarcoating everything. So myself and my family were more like RKY ambassador. Why I call ourselves RKY ambassador is because my wife, she did RKY career when we got into the UK after she was in school when she was doing it, and then she got a first role, which was um what is it called? Not the permanent one, which is like a contract role for a year and 6 months. So after that, because our visa was getting to the expiration day, so she started applying for a permanent role, and then she got another job. After a year into the current job, she got another job which secure us a visa sponsorship. So why I said I'm not going to sugarcoat anything is I'm just going to put my family as an example to inspire you guys, and I'm going to talk briefly about the bootcamp experience and everything. But the major reason why we are actually doing everything is to like secure like this high figure job and also the visa sponsorship. So my wife, she got a visa sponsorship job, and then I was working with passport office at the time. So I got kind of like jealous every time because she worked from home, and then like every time I have to like go to work every day, and then she does school runs, she picks the kid from school. Sometimes I'm preparing for work, she's coming into the living room. I mean, like, are you sure you're working? So all those kind of things get me jealous because she works from home. But that's not even the best part. The best part was because visa was coming to an end, and then she got a visa sponsorship. So somewhere in Dorset, which is where we are right now, and then because she got the visa sponsorship, so obviously we are all going to be relocating to where we got the visa, right? So because I knew we were going to be moving there, I started applying for a job as well. So because I got jealous because my wife was, working from home, so I got to digital marketing boot camp as well. And then I think it lasted for like about 3 months. And then after that, I started applying. So because my wife had gotten a visa sponsorship, I got onto boot camp, and then we finished the boot camp, and then I started applying. After applying, then I kind of like focused in Dorset County because that was where we got the visa sponsorship. And I would say, luckily for me, I got this role again. It means that we are going to be moving away from like London to Dorset for my wife new job, which gave her a visa sponsorship. Then also because I knew we were going to be moving from London, before I was like applying widely, like Birmingham, anywhere. But because I knew we were going to be moving away from London, I started applying in that county, which is Somerset stroke Dorset. Luckily for me, I got a job in um somewhere around that area, like about 40 minutes. And last week was my first week. I work from home one day, some weeks, 2 days, and then next week I have to like go to the office once, and that is it. So like this thing kind of works. So we are like RKY ambassador, my family. She got a visa sponsorship. I'm a dependent, and I got a job as well. I mean, like, how did we land the job? My wife did RKY. She's a business analyst. She got the first job. The first job gave her like a kind of pathway into getting this visa sponsorship because the experience she got with the contract one kind of like secured this current one that gave her visa sponsorship. So what am I saying is that it works. It actually works. We are like family of we're like ambassador for RKY because it's actually what we're like living testimony, you understand? So, and the thing, one good part about RKY is not just about you securing it. Sometimes you get overwhelmed with a lot of information, and then sometimes you get stuck. I could remember when I was like doing interview, and then people were asking me about, I mean, like the interview was so much, and then I was like kind of lost into some of them, and then I had to like have a session with RKY, and then she sat me down, spoke to me about some things that might be giving me issue in the while having the interview, and it kind of worked. And it doesn't even hinder the kind of support you get, which you didn't actually pay for, is after the service support. Because like even into the job, last week was my first week, and a lot of information coming into my head about the industry, about the organization, and it was just too much for me. Some tools, I'm actually new into some tools like monday.com, a lot of tools that they use. Sometimes where you're coming from, they focus on Google, like Google products, and then where you're moving to, they focus on Microsoft. So a lot of things are going to be new to you. I mean, you might be an expert where you're coming from, but where you're going to, you never can tell. They might be using like a kind of personalized tools which you have never even seen before. You might be, like you might be used to Trello, where you're going to, they're using Monday.com. You might be used to something else where you're going to, they're using something else. So in that kind of situation, I have to like go to RKY, like, RKY, I beg, I don't come again. You understand? How do you help me? And then she kind of like assigned someone to kind of give me a support, which is awesome. They just don't leave you to it. And to tell you guys, I mean, this is taking so long already, but I'm not just going to waste your time. This is going to be my last one. This RKY bootcamp is not my first bootcamp. I won't lie to you. I have done one before. My wife have done one before while we were in Nigeria, and it was just nothing to write home about. To be honest, all they did was like, it was quite fascinating when you join the kind of session like this. They tell you this, they tell you that, but when you get into it, I'm not gonna lie to you, you're not even gonna finish the base camp session. You're just gonna drop out by yourself because you don't get support, you don't get nothing. You feel like, why have I even paid for this thing? But with RKY, you guys are like family. You're not just getting the skill set, you're not just getting the experience, you're not getting. And let me tell you, when RKY kind of like craft your CV for you and LinkedIn optimization, I mean, it is only village people that would not make you get interview. To be honest, I saw my CV, I saw my LinkedIn optimization, I was like, damn it. So you guys need to bank on it, to be honest. You just need to bank on it. I'm telling you. Thank you. My name is Tunde, and I'm new into the role. So overwhelming. It's a lot for me now, but I know I'm going to skate through.
Congratulations once again, Sunday. So don't worry, we got you every step of the way. You're still part of us. I mean, yeah, still, but anyway, that's it, guys. You can hear his testimony, very touching. Him and his wife. The wife joined project management and business analyst. I'm sure maybe some of you have seen this success story. I shared it somewhere, you know. And people think, wow, maybe we always make up all the success stories. We don't, though. They are real people. Lives
Check
are
my
changed.
LinkedIn. Check my LinkedIn. Everything is real.
But anyways, what am I trying to say? You need to actually like trust the process. At RKY Careers, we are very different. Like I said, there are so many people out there that are doing this either because side hustle or something. This is not a side hustle business. This is like we are very committed to this and we are with you every step of the way. So from getting, visa sponsorship job to getting, both partners getting there. So if you are here and your husband is not here or your wife is not here, then go and drag them. And this is not our only couple testimonies. I have about seven couples that I still remember. That both husband and wife. I don't know who was there when Tosin shared his own. His wife also did data. It came to do data. Both of them, they are thriving currently with visa sponsorship as well in the job market. So what am I trying to say? It works. You only need to take that action. You need to trust the process too and play your part. Because it's not by paying. If you pay me and you don't come to class, you're on your own, no, and there's no refund. Mm-hmm. Okay, so thank you. Yeah, so couples should join for IAT. And I remember today we enrolled for PMBA. We enrolled for PMBA before we launched our digital marketing bootcamp. When we launched, he came and said, what? Can I change? Can I
You
switch to
remember.
this?
You
How
remember.
would I remember? Can I switch to, But anyways, congratulations once again. Okay. Compliance. We're going to very quickly rush because I'm supposed to be in the product demo right now. Compliance Bootcamp is a 5 week Saturday training. One started last week already. The next one is happening early July, first week of July or so, where you get foreign trained lawyers, or ex-bankers that want to actually start their career here in the UK. You can position yourself for roles like KYC analyst, compliance analyst, risk manager, financial crime. We cover KYC, AML, GDPR, and financial crime and sanctions. Here are places our students are currently working. Here are the training perks. If you're interested in compliance, it's currently on a discount as well for $5.99. The next start date is July 5th. One started last week, and it's 5 weeks, 5 Saturdays. So if you want to enroll in compliance, please click the link below. So we're going straight to Scrum Master as well. Scrum Master product owner is also very similar to PMB in terms of structure and even in terms of most of the things. It's just that the methodology is different. So if you've been hearing product-led, agile, that is what you get to learn and practice in the Scrum and product manager, product owner, bootcamp. So who can take the course? Aspiring product managers or product owners or Scrum Masters. Scrum Master.
And these are old things we put on sister's hair too.
Okay, thank you.
Mom, are you...
I mean, So business analysts, consultants, or anyone. So if you're like a business analyst and you're looking at, okay, what's the next step? You can consider product management as your next step. Right? And then these are the career paths you can explore after the bootcamp, from Scrum Master to Agile Coach, Agile Manager. Right, to product manager, product owner, portfolio manager, and so on. So these are the tools you get to learn in both our project management as well as product management and Scrum Master and business analysis bootcamp. And not only will you learn them, you also use them: Basecamp, ClickUp, Jira, Draw.io, Balsamic, Lucidchart, Whimsical, Visio, PowerPoint, Miro, and so on and so forth. So the start date for this class is also 28th of June, and is currently on a special discount of £450. So if you are one of those interested in product management, product owner, or Scrum Master, now is your time. Now is your time to start. And lastly, I'm going to talk about Excel. Our Excel is a 6-week training starting next week. It's just £50, and everybody needs this. So if you want to combine maybe analytical skills plus any course you are taking, and you're not ready for full data analysis, Excel and PowerPoint is a good start. A lot of people miss out on opportunities because they can't do simple analysis or simple presentation. Don't let this be you. Don't be caught unaware. Everybody should be able to do simple VLOOKUP, simple dashboard, simple pivot tables, regardless of their role. For you in digital marketing, you need all these skills. For you in project management, you need it. So everybody should see this as a bonus course to add to the courses they've already added to their cart. And it's just £50. For those in Nigeria, it's 50,000 naira. It's for 6 weeks. Classes hold Saturday and Sunday. June 14th is the next start date. Make sure you take advantage of this. Everybody needs Excel and PowerPoint. Like I said, even in my role as a senior finance analyst, that was paying me close to 6 figures. The only thing I used was Excel. Now imagine if I could not use Excel. Even though I could use other tools, other skills. So, generally for all our courses, you can pay with Planner, ClearPay, you can pay in installments. So, when we talk about post-bootcamp support at RKY, what do we really mean? Because we keep saying it, and I'm sure you hear it. And just like Sunday and everybody that I've spoken to, they said, anything you see in our marketing materials is even like 50% of what you get. We go the extra mile at RKY Careers. So we're not people that will just see that a competitor has put something on their marketing material and then copy it, because that's what happens. You will notice that for those of you that consume the information on social media, almost everybody is promising the same thing. But that's not the case with us. We actually even put less so that we promise less and, impress you and over-deliver. So what you see is even less than what you will get. So when we say post bootcamp support, what do you get? Weekly or fortnightly interview prep, right? Monthly alumni webinars. After the bootcamp is over, we bring different experts in to not only teach us how to get a job, but also how to position ourselves to achieve our goals. Either it's how to start a business in the UK, or how to get on the property ladder, or how to get jobs in the NHS, or bringing immigration consultants to the house. These are because we know that it's more than just getting a job. To live a fulfilling life, you need way more than that. Right, so free bonus courses. Next week as well, or when it's 14th, next week, we are having all our students are getting free cybersecurity course that they will get certification on. So imagine that you join a bootcamp, you've paid 5 nights now, you've enjoyed the courses, and you're still even getting evidences to prove that you love career progression, because that is what employers need here. They need to be sure that you love career progression. They need to see that, I have AI certification, I have cybersecurity. I told you that last quarter, it was AI. We added as this, and they get certificates for it. Now it's cybersecurity. Those are the two most important skills that everybody must have regardless of their role. Cybersecurity, they're like buzzing matters. Everybody, if you want to enjoy this free certification, it's 2 days, 14th and 15th. If you want to enjoy this free certification, join our bootcamp. If you are enrolled in the bootcamp, even if it hasn't started, you will enjoy it. You attend the live classes and you'll get certification and you will add it to your CV. The way it is working in the market now is about what more can you bring to the table? What more can you bring? And we are committed to giving you as many more to take to the table as possible. It's now up to you to leverage it. So you want to secure your slots this week, now, so that you can start enjoying perks even before your courses start. You also get on-the-job support, just like Tunde explained to you. He's just gotten the job, he's overwhelmed. He's been reaching out to me, okay, and we've set up some sessions for him as well to enhance his confidence as well on the job, right? So here are some courses that we've had in our alumni session. Here are some free courses that our students got and got certification for, from data visualization. So everybody got to learn Power BI regardless of what their role is with us or their courses with us. There was a time we did free UX UI for everybody. So these are life skills that nobody can take away from you, right? Oracle Primavera 6, artificial intelligence. These are this was the end of last year. This was first quarter in 2025. And then cybersecurity is second quarter. For alumni webinar, we've done getting that job offer, getting NHS access, and these are different guests coming in to teach us all these things. Roadmap to global talents, evening with the CEO, winning job application strategy, and so much more. And then here we have it, the cybersecurity one happening next week. It's free for all alumni. If you're not an alumni, you want to join, fair enough, pay £50 to get certification in And by the way, the instructor is also our alumni that have passed through our boot camps and is thriving in the industry. And it's not the only one. We have so many of them as well, who are coming back to give back, to the rest of the alumni. So RKY Careers is not just a training platform. We are a community committed to making sure that, we help you to live a fulfilled life, right? And yeah, so this is the base camp that they were all talking about, where they manage their projects, is a project management tool. And these are the upcoming events. LWB is happening next 2 weeks. You don't want to miss it. It's a live and physical event. It's the only live and physical event we have at RKY. And it's not limited to only alumni. It's for everybody. I'm sure you guys saw the list of speakers we had, like industry experts across property, finance, tech, career. We'll also be hosting a free CV workshop, an interview prep workshop that you don't want to miss, right? So these are the future start dates for our courses as well. I'm talking about business. For those of you that are considering exploring, starting a business, exploring the business routes to settlements, then you don't want to miss my free masterclass that is happening, next week as well at 3 o'clock, between 3 to 5. I have a free masterclass. So it doesn't have to be you. If you want to still focus on, make sure you share with somebody, because we've got a business coaching and accelerator program as well that help immigrants founders to become successful. So if you haven't booked your tickets for LWB, make sure you do so now. For those who do not know, RKY Careers, like I said, is not just beside us. We've got a physical office space in Canary Wharf, right? So where you can see myself and one of our alumni as well who came visiting. So we've got a physical office space. So we are accredited, and we also have, a track where you can track us and get us, but you have to book appointments if you want to come there, because it's highly secured. But what am I saying? The recording for this session will be on YouTube. Make sure you catch up on it if you missed it, or share with somebody when it's up, so that what you've learned today that you think somebody else should listen to, let them, listen to it. So I think that's about it. Thank you all for joining, and I look forward to seeing you, in class as well as at LWB. Make sure you secure your spot if you haven't done so. Okay.
Hello. Can I ask a question, please?
Very quickly, I need to be in another session.
Yeah, it's regarding the payment side, because I've proceeded to check out for the data analysis, and then I've also clicked on the PayPal to pay later, but I don't know whether I'm seeing some kind of thing that I do not understand on how to even navigate through it.
Like what?
Because I've clicked on pay now and pay later, PayPal and pay later. So can you explain?
You know what? Can you click on any of the WhatsApp number on the screen, and they can guide you?
Okay.
Because I don't know what you are seeing, and I don't have the time to.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Click on any of the WhatsApp number, or drop your WhatsApp number or something on the link, and then they will chat you. Or click on the WhatsApp number. Better.
Okay.
Okay. So I think that's about it, guys. If you have any questions, chat with the numbers or send us a DM on RKY Careers on Instagram. We are very active and we respond to you promptly. So either you do that or you chat with the number on WhatsApp. It's been lovely having each and every one of you here. Like I said, I need to be in the product demo, and I look forward to seeing those of you interested in products or projects or Scrum or BA there as well. Have a great weekend, guys.